welcome back to Mango Plays Tell Me Why. And we're playing as Tyler, and I do believe... Hey, didn't I get this collectible earlier? Give it back. Let me have it.
Don't tell me he got Tessa involved with the Alliance for Traditional Families.
Batista? No, he's way too chill for that. That's all Tessa.
Okay. Alright, so we can maybe get behind the hot
Yikes,
picker.
that's unsettling.
Okay, so yeah, we're just having a nose around before...
I drank this at a party once. It did not end well.
Hey, we've all
any
done
good
that.
Stories?
I mean, probably. But nothing I remember really makes sense, so...
Oh dear, that's not so good. Yeah, so we're, I think, supposed to be going to confront Tessa at the cemetery even. I'm not comfortable with it. Don't get me wrong, I believe Tessa deserves a confrontation, but you know, there's a time and a place for stuff, right?
When you think about it, glass is really just tortured sand.
Huh. Sniffing the spray paint, Tyler?
Yeah. Tortured sand. I mean, okay. Technically, I can see your point, maybe. But, you know, what? Okay, what am I actually supposed to be doing other than just nosing around? Am I... Ooh, okay.
Hey, you remember the ad for this? What was their slogan again?
Huh. Something poetic about time travel and life being weird, I think.
Life is strange. Maybe. I don't know. I got an achievement for that. Butterfly something or other. Oh, am I supposed to sit down? Okay. Let's take our feet off. What? Mango, what are you talking about? Take our weight off. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm surprised Tessa let you hang this up.
Yeah, she hates it. But as long as I don't promote my lifestyle in front of the customers, she doesn't say anything.
Man, must be exhausting to spend your days educating these people.
Here's the thing, I don't. Opening the mines of this town will be a full-time fucking job. And emotional labor pays shit.
Do you ever get lonely here? Have you ever been with anyone here? I think I don't want to do the anyway because that's kind of dismissive, and I like Michael. I think that one's a bit too intimate. We don't know each other very well. So I'm going to ask the lonely question.
Do you ever get lonely in Delos Crossing?
Yeah, sometimes. So I'm always in Juneau working with the JCE, meeting new people. I gotta make my shit happen for me, because no one else will.
Right. I feel you.
Oh, okay. All right, so it wasn't really a choice. I can ask the awkward question. Okay, here we go.
Hey, I hope this isn't too personal, but you ever been with anyone in Delos Crossing?
I dated a guy in high school for a minute, but we had to keep it quiet. I've been with a few other people, but that shit's tricky out here. And what about you? You ever been with a guy? I mean, assuming you're into guys, which I guess I kind of did.
Still figuring my shit out. Never met the right person. I ship these two, so I'm gonna do that one.
I've never really been with anybody. Guess I was too busy processing trauma or whatever. But if I met a guy I was into, who knows?
That's sweet. I like that. Again, this game. Like, why is Tyler staring 3 feet away from the person he's talking to? Like, this looks like such an uncomfortable neck angle. Alright, anyway.
And I'm done.
No, I wanted to look at that.
No way. You like Duplex Duo too?
Yeah, Allison got me into him. We were supposed to go to a show in Juneau a few months ago.
What happened?
And what happened?
You ever heard of moon rocks? We took 2 hits before going to the show, and that was it. Our feet couldn't find the floor.
Okay.
Not our finest hour.
No, that's a waste of money on a
I
ticket,
gotta
love.
tell you, it's so weird to finally meet the other Ronin.
You mean the OG Ronin? I was born first, you know?
Is that so? Thought Allison said she was.
Well, our mother never actually told us, but It was me. So, why is it so weird to meet me?
Because I just heard Allison tell your story so many times. She told me everything about you. Fireweed, your transition. I hope that's okay, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. She asked me first.
Yeah, figures.
Oh,
That lady is thorough and she loves you like crazy.
I know. So, yeah, you were probably the first person to know about it other than Allison.
I'm glad he trusted me. And it's great to finally get to know you in the flesh. You're pretty alright.
you're not too bad yourself.
But you're not too bad yourself.
I try not to be. Especially around guys I'm trying to impress.
Hey.
So I wasn't blowing smoke when I said you should move to Juneau with us.
I know.
I've got a community there. Could be yours too.
At the very least,
Fitting in. There's a concept.
I would love them to be besties.
You have no idea how life-saving a chosen family can be.
Hell yeah, preach.
It pulled me out of the dark more times than I can count.
I hear you. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Of course. Shoot.
Why do you care so much if I move to Juneau?
Because it would make
Like I
Allison
said,
happy.
I want to get to know you.
Because I'm just that fascinating, huh?
Honestly, yeah. I think you might be one of a kind, Tyler Ronan.
Ah, so this is where you can make the choice. Okay. And I like the fact that it isn't timed because it's an important choice, isn't it? At the end of the day. I genuinely don't know what Tyler would choose. And yeah, I'm a bit I like both answers. I think that's a nice way of phrasing it. I'm going to say you're swell too. We all know I ship them.
Well, golly gee, Michael.
Oh.
I think you're swell too. You're the cat's
Apparently
pajamas.
that wouldn't make Allison
I've got
happy.
way better compliments than that. But I can't.
That was kind of hinted at earlier, wasn't it? Whoops.
So, I'll get more of those if I get to know you better?
For sure. If that's something you'd be interested in.
I might be. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I've been standing at that counter for an hour waiting for you two dum-dums to come back.
Aw.
Are you guys ready to go?
I can kind of
I think we've done about as much damage as we can back here.
Yeah. Let's go.
I can get Allison's sort of side of it, like your best friend and your brother. Maybe you're worried of losing your best friend if it doesn't work out with your brother. That could be a real fear that I can totally get behind.
Here we are.
Oh. Wow, those trees look beautiful. I have
for
a
letting me
weird
hitch a ride
obsession with
over.
trees, guys.
No problem. You sure we can't drive you back?
Nah, you're like stretching my legs. It isn't far. But anyway, can't put the wind in a bottle.
Huh?
All right.
Is that an Alaskan phrase? An American phrase?
Tessa should
I
be
don't
at her
understand
parents'
it.
grave, not far from the entrance.
Well, we'll wait
Look for
here,
a big crooked tree.
and
You can't miss it.
you know,
I'm gonna go check in with my uncle. Good luck. For real.
it's been a few days since I recorded the last episode, and I kind of am forgetting what we're here to ask Tessa.
You look pretty spooked.
I've never been a big fan of cemeteries. Especially after, you know.
I promise after this we can chill at the house. Cool? I never wanted to come back here.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
So does that mean that Tyler was able to attend Marianne's funeral? Wow, this is really, really stunning. Like, how beautiful is that view? Yeah, I'd be down. Being buried here. Actually, no. I don't want to be buried. But, you know, if I did, this would be the type of place that I would choose. It's
Hey,
beautiful.
Graves are back that way.
Yeah, but I was exploring. You leave footprints. Let's write our names. Hello? Okay, let's have a look.
So, did you ever come back?
Shh, keep it down.
Better?
Much.
Why do people always feel like they have to whisper in cemeteries?
I don't know. Probably just a mirror neuron thing.
Oh, what?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. Anyway, have you been back here at all? Since the funeral?
No. I've never had a reason to. Thankfully.
Yeah, that is something to be thankful for, to be fair. Oh, wow. This is like a cemetery that I'd like to visit. It's very, very cool. The trees, the snow, the old tombstones.
Our mother
Yeah.
would come here all the time.
Really?
It was so weird.
Ah. Why? I want to know why. Seems odd.
Why do we always come here?
Maybe
Does it bother you?
drawing?
No, it's just weird because we don't know any of these people. I mean, except Eddie's mom.
It never hurts to say hello.
Hmm?
Because they're very lonely.
That's right, sweetie. And sometimes, even if you can't see them, they stay with you. In here. Always here.
Mom?
Always.
Okay.
She loved us. A lot, but sometimes it was like loving us hurt her.
Do you think she was just really scared of losing us?
Maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, most parents are scared of losing their kids.
So, okay. That kind of indicates that Eddie isn't actually blood related to these two. So Uncle Eddie, so the uncle bit is just a name been given by Allison to Eddie. Bless you. And because they said Eddie's mum, they would have said like whatever familial relation, so grandma, or if it was like brother and sister, so yeah, grandma or whatever, rather than Eddie's mum in that sort of cutscene. And I kind of get the feeling, just from what I've read in the what's this called again? The Book of Goblins, and just from some of the cutscenes, that potentially Marianne had to make a choice between keeping the twins and, you know, carrying them to term, raising them, and her family. So that would kind of translate into sadness, maybe. And maybe why she was so happy around Eddie's mum, because maybe it reminded her of her mum, for example, and a better relationship than what she had before. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting right now. I could be very wrong. So, okay, let's have a look here. Due to the national outlawing of native religions and ways of life, much of our knowledge of the old ways of Tlingit, I think is how you pronounce it, spiritual practice has been lost. Below are two everlasting examples of the love and reverence we continue to show our departed in the tradition of our ancestors. Okay. Sorry, my brain sort of is a bit confused here. Why was it outlawed? Or is it... I'm assuming it's not outlawed right now in this time frame that the game is written in. I hope not, anyway, because freedom for religion, like, isn't that like a core tenet of America? But I guess maybe hundreds of years ago, you know, Christians is normally who it was, unfortunately, but we're like, no, unless it's our religion, you can't practice. So maybe it's talking about that. Maybe it was outlawed back then. Mourning those who've journeyed to the other side. As love transcends all boundaries, the passing of a clan member is an event felt throughout the community. The people come together to mourn a loved one and lift their opposite clan members' spirits. When an eagle is being mourned, the ravens shower love and strength upon mourning eagle clans. Likewise, when a raven is being mourned, the eagles are there for the ravens, or for their ravens even. After the service, it is customary for members of the opposite moiety to comfort the grieving family by bringing out their atu, clan-owned regalia, to symbolically catch tears before they hit the ground and comfort grieving clan members with support. Oh, I love that. That sounds... Yeah, I mean, that sounds really supportive. It's the right word. Celebrating life. 40-day party is observed 40 days after the passing to pay respects to the departed. Some believe this is a more recent tradition. Family members organised a shared meal where a fire dish, one plate of food, is burned to nourish and comfort the spirit of the departed. 1 year or more from the passing, a QX potluck is held to first mourn, then celebrate the life of the departed. It is hosted by the clan of the deceased. This is to honour the departed clan member through a traditional ceremony, show appreciation and pay debts to the opposite moiety who supported the clan during time of mourning. Oh, I love this as well. Everything about it. The shared meal, the food that's burned to nourish and comfort the spirit. That's just lovely. And then a year after, you show just gratitude to the opposite clan. That's just lovely. I like that. I like most religious traditions that are based around just being nice, to be brutally honest.
Building a house right next to the cemetery. Hard to think of a worse idea than that.
Well, look at Michael.
He'll be
Some
quiet.
people actually go to cemeteries willingly. People with functional families, I guess.
Yeah, you let me know if you ever meet one of those.
I used to live close to a cemetery, and I actually loved it because it was so peaceful and quiet. And like, even though I lived in a town that was had a quite large drinking scene, everyone, as they approached that area, because they knew a cemetery was there, just got really quiet. Like Alison mentioned earlier. No, Tyler mentioned even. And so, yeah, I had no issues getting to sleep, nothing. It was great. So honestly, there are worse places.
But no Tessa.
Let's check around for her parents' grave. Just to
Alright.
make sure this is the right spot.
You think it's possible Michael remembered it wrong?
Well, I've done inventory with him before, so yes.
Wait, is this the one we called the Big Crookedy?
The exact one.
Why didn't we call it Gnarls Branching? Total missed opportunity.
Because we weren't hip to basketball back then? Or CeeLo Green?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
That's true. Okay, can I look at this then? Here lies
This might
Robin
take a while.
Becker. May you read in read in peace. May you read in peace. No, rest in peace. I've got a feeling this one is the grave of Tessa's parents, but I'm more curious about this one next door.
Not this one.
Julie Simonson, I think. I'm useless at pronouncing things. Right, let's have a look.
Hey, Leon.
That's the one.
Don't tell me we missed her.
No, she's at your parent grave. Is that...
Hello, Mr. Eagle.
Kids. It's time.
Whoa. Okay, we're not going to talk about that then. So, oh my word. There is actually a bald eagle up there. Where is this memory? Here it is.
Do you really have to go, Eddie?
You can hold my hand if you want.
I can walk fine on my own.
It'll be quick, okay? Then we'll get something to eat.
The day of the funeral. I barely remember it.
That's probably for the best. I don't think either of us are exactly eager to relive what went on behind that gate.
So... I know I said we didn't have to visit her grave.
But it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
The only reason I feel like it's the right thing to do is I think Tessa's there. Probably apologizing or something. Now, they said behind the gate, so I'm assuming it's that gate there. So I'm going to have a nose around. Oh, wow. To honor those no longer with us.
Chaos of history. What's that mean?
Not sure. But Michael should know.
The Lingit Preservation Committee and the community of Delos dedicate this monument as an everlasting connection between past, present, and future generations. May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history. May this be a resting place for our loved ones who have journeyed to the other shore. May our eternal love soothe the wounds of days past towards a brighter horizon. That's sweet. I hope the same.
When did Michael's uncle die?
Last year.
Oh,
It
he's
was
here.
really hard on him. He's still feeling it.
Understandable, and I get it, right?
Long time no see.
But why does the grave look
want
like
some
it's
company?
been there for
Come on over. Make yourselves comfortable.
much longer? It says 2014
So-
on it. Maybe because it's made
How
of
are
wood.
You, holding up?
Everything's such a mess. I thought we'd almost be done packing by now. I'm so ready to put this place behind us.
Is this a bad time?
With you? Never.
Don't mind me. I'm not really here.
Hey, I get to see your ugly mug almost every day. You're old news, lady.
You ruined me. Deeply.
So, can I help you guys out somehow?
What was your uncle like? Yeah.
So what was your uncle like?
Oh boy. Where do I start? You know that one grumpy grandpa in all the sitcoms?
Mm-hmm.
The one that types like a T-Rex and never leaves his recliner?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the picture.
I think I'm getting the picture.
Not yet, you aren't. As grumpy as he was, they didn't make him any sweeter than him.
I love people like
He's the kind
that,
of
to
guy
be
who
fair.
accepted you for where you were at, even when he didn't approve.
Not many of those out there.
That's lovely. Okay, about this place.
Hey, can I ask you something about this place?
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah, the memorial.
What's the story behind the Tlingit Memorial?
Oh, think it.
memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history. That was Uncle William.
Lost in the chaos of history?
Well, let's say you wanted room for a school or a road and didn't give a shit about ethics. Easy. You just dug up our ancestors. It should happen a
Oh.
lot.
God. Assholes.
Agreed.
Yeah. And I mean, it still happens, but not as much. We have the elders to thank for that.
Okay, I can only ask 2 questions, alright?
I'll stop bugging
Well,
you now.
one
Well,
question
I'm here if
and...
you're ever curious.
You were close to your uncle
You
then?
and your uncle were really close, huh?
Definitely. I could push his buttons without even trying. My family's old school Tlingit. Spent more time with my uncle than my dad. He was the first person to test out all my new recipes,
Aw.
even before Allison.
Guess I should thank Uncle William for saving me from a muffin top.
Oh. I wouldn't be so sure. I know I volunteer for taste testing.
If you need a new taste tester, sign me up.
As if you had a choice. I plan to hit you both up for feedback my whole way through school.
I'm in.
Oh
As
yeah,
long as
he's
there's
going to
nothing
culinary
as
school.
adventurous as that Tlingit-style salmon with pepper and saffron.
Pff, no, I'm promising that.
Mm-hmm.
Fortune favors the bold, goes double for food.
Agreed. Agreed. Okay, talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
You bet.
Okay, right, so... Alright, I think... Well, I
So?
do want to check out the shed.
How are you
Ooh, let's listen.
holding up?
Everything's such a mess. I thought we'd almost be done packing by now. I'm so ready to put this place behind us. At least Mr. Hollywood Handsome over there is good company.
Funny how you never mentioned what your brother looked like before he got into town.
Oh, I just thought I'd surprise you.
Oh. Yeah, you realize I can hear you, right? I feel that's Tyler.
Hey, you do realize I can hear you, right?
Cover your ears, the grown-ups are talking.
Oh, I like Michael even more. 100.
Girl, I know you're in it right now, but try not to let it get to you. Juna's gonna seem real boring after all this, huh?
Boring sounds so...
That does sound like heaven, Allison.
Food for tax returns?
You got yourself a deal, mister.
They did a good job with Allison and Michael. I do feel like they're best friends. Alright, let's go. So, is Allison not coming with us? Is that what's going on?
Do you remember where she is?
No. I mean, for what it's worth, I remember staring at the water during the funeral.
Okay. Alright, that's cool. I'm happy to just nose around, to be fair. Like, I have no issue.
Well,
Ooh.
only a few steps in, and I'm already starting to regret this.
Oh, no. Here she is.
Allison, please.
I'm not going.
Allison, come back!
Yeah. Any hope that this would be easier than last time? Totally gone.
At least this time no one's sending me away.
I'm holding you to that. Afterwards, you and I had a moment over there by the totem, right? I wonder if we could see that.
Doesn't hurt to check.
That'd be nice, but first I'd like to have a look at the view up here. Oh, okay, nope. We'll go look at the totem first then. There's someone over there. I think it's Tessa. Right? Okay. Here they are. There we go.
I won't let them take you away. I'm gonna tell them the truth. You swore, Allison. I'm gonna be okay. Please, don't worry about me.
I know I'm supposed to get over this Brown thing, but I really wish you'd been able to come visit that much.
Yeah, me too, but... Look, I didn't make any promises that day. You did. Watch.
They all think you killed her. It's not fair. I'll be okay. You have to take care of yourself now.
See?
It's possible, but I don't think so.
Well, I know so. Thinking about it got me through the rest of the day.
Okay. Right, what?
But I'm gonna come see you every week, and we'll talk with our voice every day.
Right, okay.
I'll be back soon, alright? Promise. I'll be gonna come see you every week, and we'll talk with our voice every day. But
Both are accurate. Can I not have a both? I reckon they both said those things. Right? 100%. Tyler
I'll be back soon, alright?
would have
Promise.
thought that.
I'll be back.
And
But I'm gonna
Allison
come
would have
see you
thought
every
that.
week, and we'll talk with our voice every day. But I'm gonna come see you every week.
I'm going to go with this one
Soon, alright? Promise.
because
I'll be back
I
soon, alright?
think I may have messed up by
I'll be back
shipping
soon,
Tyler and
alright?
Michael together.
I'll be back soon.
Maybe,
alright?
you know,
Promise.
the diamonds will come together on
Mom's
this
gonna
choice.
Take care of you. We'll be okay. You'll see.
Kids. Buck.
I'm sorry
Hey!
it took me so long to come back. I got so caught up in everything that...
You really don't have to explain. I understand what you were going through now.
Are you ever gonna let me finish my sentences?
Nope.
Maybe someday, but not today.
To be fair, a lot of it wouldn't have been Tyler's choice as to when they could return. Obviously, towards the end, it was 100%.
You think Snowball still lives in there?
Huh?
Snowy owls only tend to live about 10
Ah.
years.
Oh, rest in peace, Snowball. Rest in peace, Snowball.
But there's eggs there. Omelette?
This spot's familiar.
Okay. Ooh. Howell Brown. I said his mum.
hard Marianne took it when Eddie's mom died.
Well, we were only 4, but yeah. She lost one of her only friends. She was always saying how she never would have found a place in Delos Crossing without Carol.
You think her death kicked off Marianne's, you know?
It definitely didn't help, but no. It was years later.
Marianne's, you know what? I still... Please, could you spell it out to me? Like I'm a dumb person in the audience, please. Oh, dear. Okay, right. Let's just have a quick nose round here.
Ty.
Yeah?
This is it. Right?
Yeah. God, I think I need a second.
I'm gonna have a look around, okay? I'll be right
I
back.
thought she was up there.
All good.
I thought she was up there because of Tessa being up there. So that's why I sort of went this way. In memory of Brooks Moore. I don't think any of these are it. I doubt it's that one. Just purely because what I know of the family, I don't think they would be rich enough. 2004? I can't see... No, but I was coming really more to look at the view. Wow. It is super pretty. Okay, let's have a nose along here then. Okay, nope. Why do you give me these enticing paths which I walk down and then I'm just spun around? So rude. Okay, I think Marianne's grave is up here. Now, I did notice we can talk.
I still haven't found it.
Okay.
Sorry. All I remember is a bird jumping around on a stump during the funeral.
Okay.
No, I want to see your grave before we go.
Okay, fair enough. So it is down here. Okay, so let's just look at each of them in order.
Not hers.
A stump, though. That did give me a clue, right? Apparently not.
Why can't I remember? Where is she?
Okay, won't take as long.
Where is she?
Aha. I can't imagine the level of confusion seeing your person who you love coming at you with a gun.
Is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What?
Oh,
Broke?
talking to Marianne.
Why didn't you say anything?
Well,
We were your goblins.
she wouldn't tell a 9-year-old.
You didn't have to do it all alone.
Oh.
Tessa?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
Oh, this is in such bad taste. I don't like it. Oh, I'm too British to watch this. Oh, Tessa's brave. I'll be skedaddling out of there.
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by.
That's bullshit. I'll explain when you finish talking.
Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on her mother.
That's why we're
I
here.
wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story back in the store, but I didn't want you to...
Enough with the excuses. What the hell happened to her? Why'd you turn your back on us?
Your mom was always just barely getting by, and over the years she burned a lot of goodwill. It got so bad, no one was willing to hire her, and the stress of that, well, it took its toll. I tried to help, but she pushed me away. She pushed us all away. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us, until you threatened to have us taken away.
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods. If she just settled down with someone instead of running around with married men, well...
Oh!
Just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh, God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking. Please, just forget I said anything.
Tessa!
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
They're no longer kids, Tessa. Just... I really don't like Tessa. But the thing that I struggle with is I think there is an element of Tessa that is doing it for what she believes is the greater good, which isn't inherently evil. But her viewpoint, to me, most of her viewpoint anyway, is evil. So I really struggle with her because, yeah. I'm not going to choose the middle option because she didn't have to do it. I do understand what she was saying about goodwill being burned. There is only so much charity or help you can give a friend, and before you have to cut them off, especially if they don't return it. Because then you do feel like the bank or the unpaid therapist, it's not right on your own psyche. So I understand that component. And we don't know if the call to, is it CPS? I think it is, Child Protection Services, is what destroyed the family. But at this point, that is our belief. Do we think Tessa has any more information? I guess that's the key point. Because you could have done better would be the better option if we think Tessa has more information they could give us. But on the flip side, going really angry may cause her to give us even more truth. But then we think she doesn't have any more information. Just venting that anger out, which, to be fair, I've held Tyler back quite a lot. Maybe Tyler deserves to be able to vent out some anger. Yeah, alright, let's do it.
Typical. Running away when things get tough. I don't buy that Marianne pushed you away. You turned your back on her. And now you're making excuses. Like always, you destroyed our family. You don't even have the decency to admit it.
I know I've made mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
You went through a very challenging time, and anyone could come out on the other side confused. There's help available out there, if you'll take it.
Keep your help.
So that's it then. We're done because I believe something different than you?
Yes.
No, it's because you don't believe in me.
I see. Then I guess there's nothing more to say. You two really are her children.
Hey, I know that was hard, but you did the right thing. Come on.
I kind of forgot what I was going to say. Achievement
That was
unlocked,
something,
rest
huh?
in peace.
Yeah, it was.
Well, if you feel like saying I told you so, now's the time. Everyone in our lives back then, none of them really gave a shit about us. Sorry, I didn't mean...
It's okay. I mean, we had to force the truth out of Eddie, too. But at least he took care of us.
You know, a part of me really thought I'd come here and everything would be exactly the same. Ignorance is bliss, right?
You can say that again.
So, I think what I was going to say, because I believe, what did Tessa say that I was like, bullshit? She said multiple things that I was like, bullshit about. Tessa was like right on the edge of me going, okay, we can forgive her ignorance of the past because she's moved on. And then she just, had to go, you could be confused. Bullshit. I got what Tyler said. Like, it's not because you agree differently. It's because you don't believe in me. To me, it's honestly because you agree differently. There is very little that I think Tyler or Allison could do to convince Tessa of their truth. And at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, their truth's the more important one because they're the ones living it. Somebody who is cis, straight, by the standard definitions of, and I'm using big quotation marks, of normal in Tessa's eyes, they have no understanding of what it's like to not fit in those brackets. And they can't possibly say, well, there's, you just need to choose it. Well, no, love, you didn't choose to be a cis woman, straight, and to fall in love with who you fell in love with. There's many things in life you don't choose, and that's something that I think
sit down for a bit?
a lot of people forget. Or should I say is the word bigoted? I think it is. People forget. That's a beautiful
Not a bad
shot.
view, right?
Yeah.
I get now why they put cemeteries in nice spots. Takes a little bit of the sting off.
Thanks for coming with me. I think that's the best
Listen.
response.
I know this has been hard. I'm really grateful you saw it through with me. Fireweed was great, but there was no one really there for me like that, You're the only one.
Hey, brothers and sisters, right?
But it's been way more brothers than sisters lately, which is why I'm trying to say thank you.
You really don't have to.
You saved my life, Allison.
Only for you to end up locked up in fireweed for the rest of your childhood.
Wait, are you still blaming yourself for that? Don't. It was my choice.
How could she not?
I stole your life, Tyler. And then I totally wasted it.
That's not true.
You're on your way to Denali. Michael's gonna be a famous chef, and what am I doing? Nothing.
This is a hard one for me to choose because I want to stop putting yourself down. But actually, that's one of the hardest things I think people can do. Actually, the honest probably answer is you needed time to heal. And honestly, if you need to stop comparing yourself against other people. It's one of the hardest things to do in life, especially in our life now with social media, all of that. We often look at what's being presented to us. For example, if we take, Tessa and, is it Mayor Tom? Or wannabe Mayor Tom? What they're presenting to the outside world is this perfect family unit, should I say, that have no issues and they are upstanding citizens. But, at the end of the day, in their own home, they're going to argue. They're going to have issues between each other. That's just human nature. That's relationships. That's all part of it. And you need to stop comparing yourself against the outward appearance of others. Someone that looks well put together, well coughed, all of that. You have no idea what's going on behind closed doors, and they could be as much of a mess as you are, or that you perceive yourself to be. And that's something that I've learned probably in the last 3 years, and it's actually helped me quite a lot. So if you can take that, if you're struggling yourself, and you're able to reconcile that and sort of understand that, what you hear from everyone, you always hear the best part of their life. You never hear the negatives. Well, you barely hear the negatives, should I say. And it's so when you hear about this amazing family life, or the amazing holidays they're going on, or the career prospects, or all of this, it's just the cherry picked icing on the cake that they're only displaying. They're not displaying the true substance beneath, and the issues that they deal with on a daily basis, which are probably very similar to yours. But going back to the game, you needed time to heal, Allison.
You were just dealing with what happened the way that you needed to, alright? As soon as we figure this shit out, we're gonna sell the house, and you're gonna go to Juneau. You're gonna kick ass.
Yeah.
It sounds so easy.
No. We never had a shot at easy. But we always pull through, right?
Yeah. You're right. Hey. Wherever Ranger Tyler ends up next, he better come down from the hills to visit us city folk every now and then. You hear?
For sure.
Oh.
And anyway, it's not gonna be for a while. We've got time.
Oh yeah, of course. We do. So I guess we know the story now, huh?
No.
Marianne was done with Delos, and Delos was done with her.
That was just one angle of the story. That was Tessa's
Maybe she
truth of
was
the
too
story.
proud, but she worked so hard for so long, and when she reached the end of her rope, no one was there to help her. Not even Tessa or Eddie. And when she heard social services was coming, she
Gave up. But killed her kids? Really? I don't know. It still feels like there's something missing, right?
Yep. Thank you. Do not get me wrong. The story that Allison just described does happen. And it's horrific.
You're never
And
gonna understand what was going through her mind. I'll bet even
awful.
she didn't. It's probably always gonna feel that way.
I just hope that there's something more, because of the other aspects of the story, like the Mad Hunter, for example. I just feel there's something more. Wow, you were there for a long time.
The second I hit the couch.
You better rally. We still have to do some cleaning before bed.
Oh.
Do we have to?
Hey, whoever packs the most gets the big couch tonight.
Oh. Yeah, that would be... Oh, no.
Shit. Allison.
I'll get the fire extinguisher.
Call the fire brigade? I mean, I get the fire extinguisher is important. Whoa. Is that person dressed like the Mad Hunter? I was just talking about the Mad Hunter. Tyler! Like, with the real hood and not being able to see the face. Yeah, ignore Tyler.
Are you all right?
Sort the thing out.
Allison,
There's
barn.
Stay there. I got it.
There's explosives in the barn, right? Like petrol and other stuff. What on earth is so important in the barn to burn, though? Oh. Wow, okay. That went out quick.
What happened?
There was a guy. He smashed me in the face with the door.
What guy? What did he look like?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see straight, and he was all in black.
God, why would someone try to burn down our barn?
Okay, that reminds me. In the last episode, I saw that this story existed, which I hadn't read yet. So the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter. Once upon a time, in a castle just beyond the ancient and deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady for failing to return with the wise princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient and deep forest and hunt the wise princess. And if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, and I will take your right hand. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both hands, he would never be able to hunt again and would no longer be a Mad Hunter, but only a madman. So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient and deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the wise princess. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. We cannot let him find the princess, said the goblins, and so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the line and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him to the big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view of in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed. Through the day and into the night, they led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins realized the error in their plan. The Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be kind. So they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake. When he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water. Careful not to plunge into the depths themselves, lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water, down below where ice covered the lake's surface. Finally he caught her, but when he spun her toward him, he realized she had no head and that her body was stuffed with straw. And then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning, the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, "Goblins, did you take my gown?" The goblins emerged from their cave and nodded sadly. "Now what will I wear?" asked the princess, sad and angry that she lost her only dress. "Let us explain," said the goblins. So they told the princess the story of the Mad Hunter, and then they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. "Thank you, my friends," she said, "for rescuing me and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown." The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him because even reduced to just one hand, he was just too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. Ooh.
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Indeed. Okay.
Well, at least he left us the junker.
Yeah. So, what was destroyed?
Did he really have to smash
I might have found
everything?
something.
Oh, okay.
He went looking under the rug?
And then,
This gas can was already here this morning. He
Okay.
didn't bring it with him.
oh. Aha! Secrets. What is it?
At least you were spared.
What did we get? The moon hag. Okay.
Asshole even dumped the drawers.
Oh, it's very rattly here. That wind effect is cool.
He really turned this place upside down.
So let's have a look here.
Is that a box under the barn?
Ooh.
Yeah. What the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So he was trying to burn whatever's inside?
Secrets.
Check it out. I'm gonna need to remove a few more planks to get to it.
Where could we possibly find a tool to do that?
These planks look newer than the rest.
That corner used to be all dirt for chickens. She was always saying how she was going to make this place a real homestead. Little house on the tundra.
That would have been cool. Okay, we need a tool. Oh, her tool's out here. If I remember rightly, we saw them through the window. Seriously? I'm not allowed any of these tools? Aha! Crowbar, there we go. Ultimate tool for removing planks. Let's go.
I guess we know how he made the hole.
How? With the crowbar? Why was it not close to the hole then?
Step back.
I'll be fine.
Just make sure you close your eyes, because splinters... Really? Seriously? Okay. Magical plank removal that was. Ooh. Have we seen...
I only know one person who'd bother to decorate a storage box like this.
Yeah, I swear we've seen that imagery
open it.
before.
What's that there?
Some kind of carving.
Book of
Not sure
Goblins.
what it is, though.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Find anything?
Just give me a sec. We wrote a shit ton of stories.
It's this one.
Wait. Look. It's the same symbol.
It's what I just said.
Keeper.
Well, let's see if we can find any numbers.
Why do we need numbers? Once upon a time, in the deep and ancient forest, the crafty goblin spied on the secret keeper as she made her rounds gathering up secrets that the animals of the forest had for sale. How, said the first goblin, does she get people's secrets? Do you suppose she peels open their heads? Let's find out, said the second. And so the goblins watched the secret keeper. They watched her until the stalwart moose came to her, head hanging low. It was my fault. I chose the uneven trail. I can't bear to remember. The secret keeper nodded and gazed into the stalwart moose's eyes. Though the goblins couldn't hear anything, they knew she was speaking to the moose, for the secret keeper spoke in people's minds with the gift of the voice. After a few minutes, the stalwart moose blinked. I feel lighter, said Moose. Did I just give you something? The secret keeper nodded, handing him a coin. The stalwart moose nodded and plodded along down the trail. He spied the goblins hiding in the woods and narrowed his eyes, for he knew the goblins were often up to mischief. The two goblins whistled innocently, and the moose was forced to carry on, because they were not doing anything obviously bad. I need to know what the secret was, said one of the goblins. Let's go buy it. So the goblins approached the secret keeper before she could stow away Moose's secret. We want to buy Moose's secret. What do we have to trade? What do you have to trade? Asked the secret keeper, a voice filling their minds. The goblins produced a silver-handled hairbrush they had stolen from the princess, and the secret keeper nodded, and that is how the goblins came to know that Moose's mate had tumbled down a cliffside to her death. Oh. I wonder if that's true. Because Moose is Eddie. The secret keeper moved on. The first of the goblins said, I want to know more. So the goblins followed the secret keeper, hoping to find where she hid her secrets. They followed her to the peak of the nearby ridge and watched as she stowed the rest of the day's secrets high in a cloud. When she had gone, they climbed a high spruce tree that disappeared into the misty sky. They reached out and just managed to dip their hands into the clouds. Their heads were filled with memories, and they snatched their hands back, as if they'd just thrust them into boiling water. Tears poured down their cheeks. That was how the secret keeper found them, crying in the tree. You stole my secrets, seethed the secret keeper. Give them back. The crafty goblins stopped crying because they saw an opportunity. What will you give us in exchange? They asked. I will give you back the silver-handled hairbrush, offered the secret keeper. For so many secrets, you have to offer more than that. What if, said the secret keeper, I shared the gift of voice? The crafty goblins grew excited. That will do. So the secret keeper shared the gift of voice with the goblins, and immediately they found that they could hear one another's thoughts and feel each other's feelings. The crafty goblins gave back the secrets they'd taken and ran back to the big wooden house. There they found the princess preparing food. They tried to peer into her mind, but they found it was a blank. They tried to speak to her using only their minds, but she could not hear them. It seemed the secret keeper was craftier than the crafty goblins. She only shared enough of her power to let the goblins use the gift of voice with each other, and not with the whole of the forest. And that is how the goblins stole the gift of the voice from the secret keeper, but why they could only use it with each other. Okay. So, I can see some numbers. Let's look at the previous page. Right, so I see 1. Any other numbers? don't believe so. 30130 maybe? So let's have a look.
3
here.
digits.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Marianne was never really a numbers kind of person.
Alright, so 130.
That did it.
Aha! Aha! Reading works. Okay. What's in here? Oh, wow.
Guessing she didn't know how much of an ass he'd turn out to be.
Okay. Dear Marianne, I need to see you again. I know how that sounds, and I don't want you to think I chase after all the new girls in Delos Crossing. I've always taken my vows seriously, but something changed when I met you. When we're together, I feel like I'm doing 80 down the highway and with my lights off, and I never want to stop. I know it isn't right, and we both have a lot to lose, but I need to be with you again. I hope you feel the same. Heart symbol. Yes, I brought you a little something for next time. I can't wait to see how it looks on you. Okay. So we don't know... No. Hang on.
What a mess.
I can't read the other one. Okay. I can try and read it. Marianne, I'm sorry you're in this situation. I know you feel... make a great mother, and I don't doubt you will someday. But right now we have to be sure we don't ruin their lives. My marriage hasn't been happy for some time, but she doesn't deserve this. But mostly I'm worried about you. People here talk, and I don't want you to have to go through that. I know money has been tight, but I'll do what I can to help you to do the right thing. Just let me know how much you
Where did
need.
he even come from? I didn't notice any cars on the way in.
Oh, I can read it.
Fuck.
Whoops.
That's rough.
I'm sorry you're in a situation. I know you make a great mother, and I don't doubt you will.
This guy tried to push Marianne to get an abortion.
Yeah, it's definitely what I got
Even
from
though
it.
She wanted to keep us.
Is that it? 2 letters?
Guessing she didn't know how much of an ass he'd turn out to be.
But we don't know who it is. How do we know they were an arse? Because it's different handwriting. Does anyone else agree
everything.
it's different handwriting?
What the hell?
So, Marianne hid a box under the barn. Box
Is that
full
surprising?
Of letters from our deadbeat dad.
He came for these letters, yeah.
He turned the whole place upside down and didn't take anything. All he wanted was that box.
And he was willing to burn down the barn to get rid of what was inside. You know what it all means, right?
Yep.
That he doesn't like
That
to sign
guy
his name on a
had an affair
letter.
with Marianne, and he just tried to torch the evidence.
He must have heard we were clearing out the house. He was worried we'd find it.
You know, I can't shake the feeling I've seen him here before.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we've got another memory turning up. Is there anything else to look at before I go out there? I don't think so. So, where is it? I believe it's outside. I swear it's the... Is it last episode or the episode before we saw the Mad Hunter storm in?
Allison!
Why are you so scared? Why are you scared, lovely?
Why are we seeing this? I don't know about you, but I haven't forgotten anything about that night.
I would have said the same thing, but something felt different. I need to see the rest.
But you know what happens down there.
That's the thing. I'm not sure I do.
Oh, right. Okay, so that
Alright.
was just after
Let's go.
Tyler fell. Because I think Tyler fell around here and then called out for Allison. Okay. Alright. Oh, footprints.
A work boot. Maybe fishing boots?
Okay. My memory tells me that Eddie was the one that taught them fishing, right? Where? Somewhere around here. Here it is.
This is where I tripped.
Oh, that's where you tripped. Sorry. I was more looking out for other things in the background.
The Mad Hunter.
There. I looked for you.
There was someone here that night? In the woods?
No. It was just... I saw... Who the hell did I actually see? Damn. He ran straight for it. No stops, no turns. He was on a mission.
I thought he went there. Alright, let's continue this way, because that's where the memory is.
Trail ends here.
It looks like he jumped into the gully.
Okay.
Hey, are there footsteps on the other side?
Yeah. That must be where he climbed out.
Well, he's long gone.
Yep. Okay, so where's this other memory? Right at the... Yes. We're gonna actually...
Was there someone over there?
Is that Marianne that said that?
What? No. That was the Mad Hunter.
What? What are you talking about?
That night, I thought I saw the Mad Hunter in the woods, but I guess it was just some asshole. Some asshole who just fucking stood there and watched while our mother chased me with a shotgun.
Do you think it was the same guy?
Maybe. I mean,
I don't mean to
it
laugh.
had to be him, right?
Oh, Allison,
they were wearing
what are
the
you
same
doing?
fishing gear.
Yeah, unless everyone who wants to mess with us is coordinating outfits.
And wait, he was here once before, wasn't he?
In the
few
lounge.
days before Marianne died?
Maybe?
Hold on. Do you feel that?
For what? Okay, right. What Tyler was saying was really important. I wasn't laughing at that. It was just Allison deciding to go up to this tree and go, I can stare at tree and talk to you and not look at you. Okay. Right, so I was supposed to talk to you. Lovely, can I talk to you? Because it said that I could... Oh, it was the thing behind you. Right, okay. Is there a hint as to where we're going? So, whoever it was jumped the gully. So we can go down to the fishing hut without worry about being, like, shot or something. Oh, okay. I wasn't ready for you to take control, but fine.
Tyler, not there.
Our mother fought with someone on the dock about us. We need to know if it was the same guy.
But what if it's not that memory? What if it's... I can't go through that again.
We have to take that chance.
But do we really? I mean, someone just tried to burn our barn down.
Yeah, and that means we've got to be close to something.
I'm not going on that dock.
Okay. Just one more time, or even after what I did for you. No, I'm sorry, Tyler. I don't believe Tyler would throw the whole, I went to prison for you at her. Because Tyler's said that it was the best thing that ever happened for them. And that they would do it again in a heartbeat. And yes, they did have some regrets at the beginning, but mostly they don't regret it. So I think Tyler would, and I think Tyler can understand the hesitancy. Like, it's probably easier for Tyler to experience multiple times, just purely because they weren't the person that stabbed Marianne. Allison was. And Allison hasn't actually... I mean, who's she been able to talk to about it? No one. Because everyone believes Tyler stabbed his mum. So, yeah, like Allison's... Yeah, I don't think Tyler would do it. Not the Tyler that I'm in control of anyway.
Please.
There's always just one more. Every time it seems like we're done with this, something new pops up.
What if this is the only chance to figure out who our father is?
Then we go on living our lives without him, just like we always have.
Come on, we need to know the truth. For her.
What if I don't want to know the truth, huh? Did you ever consider that? No. You just push and push and...
You have to take responsibility for your part in Marianne's death.
Ooh.
What? How can you say that to me?
Didn't I get the symbol
did.
of them getting closer,
But
not
I
further
did,
apart?
right? Earlier, to Eddie. But I swear I didn't just say that to you.
So we can't even trust our own voices now?
Oh.
I don't know. Allison.
Is it Eddie? Is Eddie
I'll do
the
it.
Mad Hunter? I
Let's go.
swear I said that in the first fucking episode. Because he just struck me as wrong. Because the only person who would know that sentence being said would be Eddie. So the only person that could fabricate it would be Eddie. If Tyler didn't actually say it. Or think it. I don't know what you would call it. Do you guys think it's Eddie? And like, that's why it's like, he's being so weird about it all? Where's this memory? Is it behind us? I mean, hello? Do I go in here? No. Is it right at the end of the dock? It could be right at the end of the dock. Okay. Where is it? Sometimes this whole effect thing really gets me just so confused and turned around. Like, oh, okay. Here we go. I can never find it, is basically what I'm saying.
We can do it.
Okay. No power in my mouse. Hang on. Anything. Why is it not happening? Is it because I'm too close? Okay, let's step further away. Why won't it happen? Okay.
Ouch! Watch it! You're stepping on my foot! Can you hear what they're saying? Quiet! We don't want Mom to catch us out of bed.
Okay. Let's follow it.
I told you that would happen.
We almost had it though. That was us watching Marianne fight with that guy. Try to focus on him, alright?
Oh,
Don't think
that's
about
why
anything
it's...
else.
Right, okay. Now I understand.
That's right.
The struggle, right? So Tyler's trying to concentrate and pull out the memory of the fight with the guy, potentially the Mad Hunter, but Allison's just very much stuck in all she's able to remember is, you know, the horror, the understandable horror of her stabbing her mum. Okay, where are we going? So down here. Okay, that looks very similar to... Maybe we don't force that one. No, I mean, I feel like we have to. But that looks like Marianne falling in, right? Okay. We'll try. Although it kind of looks like Marianne's on the dock.
So you're here to make sure I've been keeping my mouth shut? I don't owe you anything.
You've been a little all over the place lately.
All over the place? I've just been trying to survive. If you want to make sure I don't get desperate, you could help us out. Lend me some money.
What happened? Why did it stop?
I can't, Tyler.
But we were so damn close.
Maybe make her a nice meal. You can have a rest. Like, you could come back to this tomorrow. Not being funny. Oh dear, is she okay? Allison. Allison?
I'm sorry. But I'm done.
That's it? You're just giving up, just like
no,
that.
just Tyler, just let her have
You
her
can't do this.
a night off.
We owe her.
Marianne
Yes.
is gone, Tyler.
Maybe.
And nothing we do is gonna change that.
Don't go, please. You can't keep running from this alley, or it's only gonna get worse.
How do you know? Oh, okay. So this might be a dream.
Ouch! Watch it! You're stepping on my foot! Can you hear what they're saying? Quiet! We don't want Mom to catch us out of bed.
There's no money.
I've never asked you for anything.
They're on a
but right
boat.
now they need you.
It's not gonna happen.
I've got everything I need to nail your ass in that barn.
And just what do you think happens after that?
Do I recognize that
mean?
voice?
Well, if those kids have a father, you really think there's a court out there that'll let you keep them?
No! You have no claim to my children. Get the hell off my property, now! If you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you!
Allison?
I'm going to kill you.
No.
I'm going to kill you.
Oh. We heard her say, I'm going to kill you on the dock when she was looking at Tyler. Was Allison confused and got the two memories mixed up? Achievement unlocked, chapter 2. So that's the end of chapter 2. Oh my word. Okay. So I feel like it's a little bit on rails, or predictable, should I say, because I think I called the fact that the fact that it was probably Marianne defending the kids, and it was just a confusion from the kids' memory. But honestly, I think it's probably the best way to tell this kind of story. So it can be as accessible to as many people as possible, because some of the themes that are talked about and are highlighted about and are important to be talked about and highlighted about, child abuse, child neglect, child abandonment, just Marianne being a horrific mother, that type of component does happen. It happens a lot of people experience it, but making the other components of this game accessible to people who would potentially struggle to witness that truth being sort of like shown on screen, I think is kind of important. And I agree with the direction they've taken with the story, but I am maybe a little bit disappointed that I kind of called. I think at this point I've called it. So, I mean, let's review what we actually know. So, we know Allison killed Marianne on the dock with scissors in the back. Marianne was stabbed in the back. Marianne was holding we don't know if Marianne was holding a shotgun, because if we remember the reports that we read, they could not find the shotgun. So maybe Marianne wasn't even armed at this point. We know that Tyler went to a young offenders camp, a juvenile detention, and Eddie decided in all his wisdom that he was going to keep the twins apart and wasn't going to parent Tyler at all, because like that one's been sitting on me for a few days. Like, it's been sort of like aggravating me. I've been sort of like wearing it through my mind. Even if he was court ordered to keep the twins apart, that may potentially have been a court order. Bullshit, but it could have been a court order, so it could have been obeying by the law. But why did Eddie not visit Tyler and, bring drawings from Allison, maybe some letters, and help Tyler? Especially if he was the blood uncle, which was the kind of thought process I had at the end of the last episode. I am thinking that they aren't blood relation. So Eddie, in essence, took in a child without needing to, and I use that sort of in quotes, but I don't understand because he's a young man, and when he took in Allison, a very young man who was unmarried, I can't see in the UK Eddie getting custody of Allison if he wasn't a blood relative. And that's the confusing thing for me. Because if he is a blood relative, why was he not there for Tyler in a more profound way? I know that we found out that Eddie paid for Tyler's, I think, transition and counseling and help at Fireweed, but that's just money. He wasn't there in a way that is family, and the way that he portrayed that he wanted to be there for Tyler now that Tyler's out of Fireweed. So I'm just really confused. What else do we know? We know that Laura, who was Sam's wife, found someone skulking around in their backyard. By the sounds of it, Sam and Laura lived quite close to Tessa. We know that Sam and Laura divorced. We know that a rumor mill around town was that Tessa and Sam were together. But I feel like I know that Tessa turned down Sam. And that definitely the guy in the barn that sort of knocked Tyler over and was standing on the fishing boat definitely did not have the same build as Sam. It was a slighter build. And they were really smart about where they positioned him, because they didn't position the guy on the dock. Because if I could see the height in comparison to Marianne, I would have probably been able to tell for definite whether or not it wasn't Eddie. Because if the height mismatched, because we've seen a couple of cutscenes or memories with Eddie and Marianne together, I would be able to see if like the Mad Hunter was massively taller or shorter than Eddie. I'd be able to see the difference. So they were really smart to put the person in the boat. That was really clever, because I still don't know. The voice I didn't really recognize. I do feel like there's some sort of like rich family aspect. I felt that from the beginning, since Marianne sort of like been calling herself the princess in the book. And now you add the fact that Tessa actually referred to her as a princess. It's kind of something people do when they are feeling a bit bitter about people coming from money. And obviously Marianne ended up in a place where there wasn't money in her life. But we don't know. So I was trying to go with the things we know. We don't know whether or not the Mad Hunter was there on the night of Marianne's death at this point. We know they might have been, but I kind of knew that in the last episode. And the last chapter, to be fair. Okay, let's continue. Tyler and Allison. Tyler felt relied on when Allison chose his memory at the house. 58% chose Tyler's memory, 42% chose Allison's memory. Tyler felt heard about needing time when Allison refused the house showing. 66% refused the appointment. Allison felt helpful about becoming a family when Tyler forgave Eddie. 80% forgave Eddie. I'm really surprised at that, because I felt like I was really going against the vibe of the story. Because on it, and I said it at the time, I'm pretty sure Tyler would have told Eddie to go forth and multiply in very stern language. But I kind of just went, well, from my just learning how to de-escalate situations, I would choose the other option, which is what I did. But it didn't feel true to Tyler. Eddie was touched by Tyler's forgiveness. Yeah, of course you were, Eddie. Let's actually have a look at him. I swear, I think he's the Mad Hunter. Michael was heartened by Tyler's compliment. 80% accepted Michael's compliment and 20% turned down Michael. So I was with the majority of people that shipped those two together. I love it. Tessa felt rejected by the twins. Wow, 81% forgave Tessa? Oh, I'm in the minority, 19%. Wow, I'm glad we kind of did that though. Well, as I said, for a brief moment afterwards, I felt like Tessa was like deserving of a forgiveness, and then she just walked that back. Well, she actually ran that back, to be fair. See if we've got a little prologue. Oh, that's so pretty.
There's something else. Look at this. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
I think the crafty goblins have one more hatch to sneak through.
Let's go.
Is that like an attic that we haven't seen in the house? And of course, we'll be starting chapter 3 in the next episode. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'm very interested to know what you guys think's happening right now, and whether or not you enjoyed it so far. I'm really hopeful that the next episode is faster paced from the off, because yeah, I really struggled with the first sort of like hour of the last chapter, going back to that slow crawl. So I'm hopeful that they learn that sort of like error of their ways. As I said, I think that's just boiled down from this was an episodic release, and they were trying to remind people of what happened in the beginning part of the game, like of each chapter. So yeah. But anyway, that's enough of me rabbiting on. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like. It really does help out the channel. As I said, do leave me a comment down below with your thoughts and feelings on the game. But once again, thank you very much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that amazing stuff that you guys do. And of course, a very, very special thank you to my wonderful Patreons, whose names are scrolling across the screen as I speak. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.